Hey YouTube, Razor13 here with a deck of the month for May. Um, it's a new deck I've been testing for a little while. Picked an idea, got the idea up in Orlando from a guy I played down there. It is a Dark Gaia Rockstun deck. It's a really good deck. I enjoy playing it. It's pretty fun, really fast. For those of you who don't know what he does, he can only be brought up by Dark Fusion or Dark Calling, and his attack is equal to the fusion material you use, and when he attacks, he changes the battle positions of all monsters on your opponent's side of the field to attack. Flip effects aren't activated. So this format he's going to be really good, I think, just because he can flip the Raikos and the Hamsters and they don't get their effects. So yeah, that's pretty much it for your extra deck. There's no need for synchroing in the deck. You get 3 of this guy. One dad, just because you have a lot of graveyard control and you run darks, so you have fiends. 2 Caius, probably one of the best dark monsters in the format right now, just because of his ability to remove and burn. He's just a really good monster overall. Gores, because he's one of the highest attack playable fiends. I run 3 gold. It is a Dark World fiend base, because all the people who run Valkyrion and Raviel or whatever the other fiend they play is or whatever, that's just a bad deck. This is actually a competitive version. 2 Silva for lack of space. I would have played a 3rd if I had the room. Your heavy hitting rock guy, Gaia Plate the Earth Giant, he is such an underrated card. He's so good. You can remove 2 Earth in your graveyard and special summon him, which happens quite often in the deck actually. Any monster that battles with him before damage is dealt, he cuts their attack in half, so he gales them when he battles. And I believe you have to send a rock. You have to remove a rock from your graveyard every standby phase, or you have to send him to the graveyard. But mainly he's just a Dark Gaia, Dark Fusion target. One of the best little rock monsters in the format. Neospatian Grandma, definitely one of my favorite. You have Morphine Jar, just really good. Testing the Quackimero Guardian. He's like the rock version of Doomcow Knight, except you have to reveal an earth type or a rock type every end phase or whatever. It's not that bad. You just keep showing him a Jujutsu Master or something like that. I would play 2 of them, but I'm testing Gigantus over him right now, because if I don't have enough damage with the 1 or 2 Dark Gaias I make, I remove a rock and bring out Gigantus. 1 Jew Master for early game stall, and he's got 18 defense, so Stratos can't get over him. And that's it for the monsters. 2 Dark Fusion. You can send from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard material listed on a evil hero. The turn that you activate Dark Fusion, the monster you bring out cannot be affected by spell trap or monster effects. Pretty ridiculous. 3 Dark Calling. It's the same thing as Dark Fusion. It counts as Dark Fusion, except it comes from your hand or your graveyard. So if you Dark Fusion and sending 2 from your hand, and then you Dark Calling right after, that's 2 Dark Gaias with the same attack. Card Destruction for card draw and dumping your targets. Same thing with the Dark World dealings. It's just a little bit of advantage with a discard on a Dark World monster or a rock. 2 Hand Destructions is just constant card draw and target dumping. Avarice, because when you run out of your Dark Gaias, and if they're still in the graveyard, you can Pot of Avarice them back, so you can reuse them, because you do run 5 fusion summoning cards in the deck and only 3 fusion monsters, so that's what Pot of Avarice is for. Brain Control, just because it wins games. Burial, when you Dark Calling, you can bury back your targets to get a second Dark Calling off. If it's in your hand, and you only have the 2 targets in the graveyard, you just recycle your targets again. 1 Foolish to dump a target if you need one. Heavy, and that's it for the spells. Because you do a lot of removing with the Dark Armed and the Dark Calling, I'm testing 1 Return from a Different, just for late game pushes. You just bring out all your remove from play Dark and Rock monsters and wreck. 3 Reckless Greed. I know how many people hate this card, but because the deck has so much draw power, it's never like a minus advantage, even with skipping 2 draw phases, and I usually don't play it unless I have 2 or 3 of them. 2 Dark Bribe, just to get rid anything that doesn't target, after Dark Fusion's over, you use Dark Bribe to protect your Dark Gaia. 2 Bottomless, just because it's necessary this format, and 1 Torrential. This is a deck I'm thinking about taking to a regional. It can put like 10,000 200 damage on the board in one turn. It's a little bit ridiculous. Right now, it's a kind of torn between this deck, my Frog deck, my Crystalline Cat Synchro, and my Zombie Sworn. I'm not sure which of the four is gonna take me all the way in a regional, and I'm gonna have a link in the sidebar to a poll or something of the sort that I would like you guys to maybe show your opinion on or vote. If anything comes up and the link isn't in the sideboard, just leave your comment or your vote in the comment box. I think that's it for Deck of the Month May, and I don't have any more announcements. Just let me know your opinion on what deck you think is the best that I should probably take to a regional. Keep an eye out for an updated version of the Kuriboh deck too. I'm working on that right now, trying to see what's the best way to make it have the most synergy. So rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.